Hi guys, today I'd like to teach you how to combine two pretty important ideas in music. One is tensions and the other is voice leading, and I'll be focusing on an amazing chordal family which is called the add 9 family. I call it X add 9, which means basically triads with a 9. They sound like this. Let me show you just what you'll be playing in less than 10 minutes from now, I hope. You'll be learning all these beautiful shapes and how to use them. So the first concept is, what is an X add 9 chord? So basically it's just a triad with a 9. And the other amazing concept is we're going to learn how to do voice leading with chords that have 1, 3, 5, and 9. Okay, it's a very tricky thing, and it's beautiful to connect these chords. Okay, so that's the idea. We're going to play like this. Okay, it's a really wonderful thing to know, and it leads to all kinds of stuff in composition and in comping, and it just gives very interesting ideas for layering 9 chords. Okay, so with that said, let's go. First of all, let me show you a quick chart. It's really simple to understand, and it tells me the following. If you'll look at the first column where it says root, it says I need the numbers 1, 3, 5, and 9. So go ahead and play C major. 1, 3, 5, and 9, C, E, G, and D. And that's your first shape. That's a C9 chord. It's fairly familiar until you start doing inversions, I would assume. And now, make it minor. Now, make it flat 9 by lowering the 9. Check out that dissonance, huh? It's really, the source of that is actually the octave in a flat 9 between the 1 and the root. It can be fixed like this. So this is with a flat 9, and finally make it diminished. C diminished with flat 9. So let me reiterate the first 4 shapes. Minor 9, minor flat 9, and minor diminished flat 9. Cool. Now, first inversion is the numbers 9, 5, 1, 3. Here it is. Make it minor. Make it flat 9. See, it sounds like an E flat 13, right? Make it diminished. Okay, the next inversion is second inversion, and here I want to explain something weird, that I'm not going to use 4 strings because I can't reach all my chords here. So instead, use the strings 5, 3, 2, 1. So the notes are E, C, D, and G, and the numbers are 3, 1, 9, 5. Right? It's already beautiful, I assume. Make it minor. Now here's a hell chord. I apologize. This is, I've been breaking students' fingers for years, unfortunately. This is minor flat 9, and it's really tricky. I do apologize if this hurts. You can skip it if it's too painful. And finally, we have the diminished flat 9 chord, this beautiful thing. And the third inversion is the numbers 5, 9, 3, 1. In notes, it's G, D, E, C. So that's C add 9, C minor add 9, C flat 9 minor add 9, and C diminished flat 9. Wait, something sounds off. Something's disturbing me? Oh, I apologize. It's this. Okay, so let me repeat the shapes, and I'll do what I always do, which I call shape creation. I'll play these chords from left to right on the neck. I'll be starting on the second inversion on this beautiful C add 9. Okay, and then I'll be lowering the notes one by one. So I'll be cycling through all the chord shapes, which are C add 9, C minor add 9, C minor flat 9, and finally C diminished flat 9. And when I'm done, I'll do the same in the next inversion. And if you practice a lot and play this with me, there's a lot of value to be had by having all these extra shapes. Here it goes. Minor, flat 9. Yay, third inversion. Root position. Dissonant, I know. First inversion. Wonderful. That was shape creation, where we just started on C add 9 and we lowered notes to get all types of chords. Here's the second exercise, highly recommended, moving between inversions. I'm sorry I sneezed, but I'm still... flat. Sorry. Okay, that was movement between inversions. That's step 2, very, very useful and important. Step 3, I'll play the diatonic 9 chords of the C major scale. Now let me say a word about this. What this means is basically playing triads in the key of C and adding the 9s of each chord. The 9 of each chord is basically 1 scale degree above the root of your chord. So if I'm in C, then the 9 of that chord would be 1 note above C, which is D. And because the distance from the root is a whole step, it's called 9. But if, for example, I do the same from E minor, and I would like to add the diatonic 9, a step in the C major scale above E is F, and that's a distance of a half step. Therefore, this is called a flat 9. So basically what you get is the following series: C add 9, D minor add 9, E minor add flat 9, G add 9, A minor add 9, and B diminished add flat 9. Okay? And the other thing that's important, I'm not going to start on C because it's way too high on the neck. I'm going to start on F because it's the leftmost diatonic chord in root position I can find. So here I'm playing the series. And that was what I'll call X add 9, the diatonic series from the root position. Now here comes the same idea, now with the same series, but I'm going to start on chords from the 9. So I'm going to start on D minor 9. And again, I'm going to play all the chords from D minor, E minor, and so on. Of course, it's good to play it descending as well. I'll just do it quickly, but I suggest you practice it well. The next is one of my favorite series. That's the second inversion series, starting on B half B diminished, flat 9. It goes like this. And finally, third inversion series, starting on A minor 9. It's a bit of a stretch, and I'll do it again. Okay, and so on and so forth. You'll do all the diatonic series. I think that's always a great idea to start on the chords. Just in case you need it, let me remind you that root position started on F, first inversion started on D minor, second inversion started on B diminished, and third inversion started on A minor. Okay? So now let me show you the final most fun parts, and congratulations for making it up to here. It's tough and interesting, and ultimately I do believe it will be useful. How to do voice leading with it. So here's a fun exercise. You can try to play a 2-5-1, for example, D minor 9, G9, C9, and do it in voice leading. So if I'm on D minor 9 in a root position, what I'll do is I'll find the G9 that has a common note going down from D minor, so it's this one. So the inversions are root position, second inversion, and root position. That's the set. Then I'll do it again. D minor, second inversion, G, first inversion, C, second inversion, and then D minor, second inversion, G, root position, C, second inversion. And finally, I'll do this an octave above because I don't have space. First inversion D minor, second inversion G7, and first inversion C major 7. And if I'll connect the whole series, it's going to sound like this. Okay, so that was the 4 steps to getting acquainted with Xadd 9. Let me repeat the steps. First step, shape creation in all inversions. Second step, movement between inversions for all chords. Third step, diatonic series. Final step, voice leading, a song, or in this case I did a 2-5-1. Okay, now let me give you some fun ideas and final thoughts on this. What this taught me is that tensions can have a lot of interesting things regarding voice leading. That was a very important lesson for me. And the other thing it taught me is sometimes a shape that feels useless, like this one, like C minor 9. Who plays that can turn amazing when I change the root, make it an upper structure, like C minor flat 9. It's actually incredible as an A or as an E flat. So this really helped me get more inversions of more complex chords. And as my final thought for today, my favorite progression using this would be major to minor, and then major to minor, descending by half steps. So what I'll demonstrate is F, F minor, and then E, E minor, E flat, E minor, and it was inspiring for me for writing songs. Okay, so there was a lot of compositional stuff there. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please ask me questions if you like. I highly recommend learning this stuff. Really helped me personally a lot. And feel free to ask questions about it. And truly thank you for watching. Goodbye.